Hello everybody, welcome back to the workshop. So today we're going to be talking about the importance of offset in your works. Now this is one of the important fundamentals, I would say, of doing blacksmithing. It incorporates one of the important hammer blows that we use, which is half on, half off blows. And if you add this to your work, you can really add quite a bit of forging dimension to your pieces. So I hope you all enjoy this little short video and demonstration, and let's get to it. Okay, one of the first type of offsets is on the near side of the anvil. You most commonly see this in tong work, especially if you're doing the traditional method of making tongs. This will be the first offset in that process that you will become familiar with. So it really pays to understand what an offset is and how to execute one cleanly. Now there's several different types of offsets that you can get yourself into. An offset like this is what is considered a sharp offset, or this is done on the sharp edge of the anvil. Now on my anvil I don't have any radiused edges. All of my edges are mostly on the sharp. They're all just sharp edges. So it cuts down into the material like so. That is my first, that is one type of offset. The next type of offset can be a radiused type of offset, and that can be performed on the horn or on a radius block, like a fuller block of some sort. Any part where you draw away material from the parent bar stock. So now we're going to move over to the other side of the anvil, and I'm going to do another offset, but it's going to be on the far side of the anvil, and that's going to take and start taking shape of something. We're going to end up starting to create something. What I want you to pay attention here to is the value of knowing how to properly do an offset. Now, with that being said, using half on, half off blows is how we get a good accurate offset. So you hammer half on, half off, then you hammer more on the anvil, half on, half off, on the anvil, half on, half off, on the anvil, or edge blows if you will, half on, half off, on the edge of the anvil, and so on and so forth until you work out this material to the desired length in thin or desired length and thickness that you're wanting. So let's go to the other side of the anvil and we'll lay off a little more material. Okay, now we're moving to the far side of the anvil, and we're going to make yet another offset. Using the same principle as before, we're just going to work this piece back. By making two offsets, I'm going to move over here for a second, excuse me. You're dividing up this material quite interestingly enough, keeping it its original parent bar thickness, but we're reducing its width, if you will. Well, we're keeping the same original parent width, but we're reducing the thickness. Now we have created what is called a boss. And that can be used in so many decorative elements. This boss here, it could be the heel of a 90-degree bend that can be worked in as a draw away method for a square corner. It can also be used in decorative work as an element where you can do decorative filing or chasing. This can also be used to a great advantage whenever doing lock work for slides, for the bolts. You can forge that directly in to where it's not an extra piece that you have to take and put a catch or braze in. So now I'm going to take another heat and I'm going to move to the near side of the anvil and I'm going to level up this parent thickness, and then I'll show you what we'll turn that into. Okay, now that we've got that done, now I'm just going to go ahead and turn that into a little bit of an outside corner for a square corner. Now this would have been better if this would have been a curved bit, and it would have worked a little bit better. And I'm going to take another heat on this. You see how quickly this could be very, very handy to you as a smith. Okay, I've moved to the square horn of my anvil just to get between these shoulders here, but I just wanted to show you guys this up. I've dressed this up quite a bit here. So as you can see, this can have a lot of applications already. To be able to make something like this square on an outside corner and apply it to your ironwork. Make sure you keep everything square and plain. But again, now I can take this work, and as oftentimes is done in some lock work pieces where you need multiple slides or you need one bolt or slide to push multiple things. You want the ability to be able to put in an offset or a right angle 90 degree both ways, and this is a great way of doing it. You start with a thicker piece of bar and then you do a draw away offset corner. You can be a little more accurate that way with your corners versus having to upset the material, which is a little more difficult to get accurate with those square corners. But as you can see, now I could bend this at another 90 degrees straight down, and I could create this as my outside of my square corner then, and people would be like, well, where'd that come from? So you can see where that comes very, very in handy, hopefully. We'll have to see about that. If you got what I was trying to portray across in this video, or what I was trying to teach in this video, go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section down below, and make sure to give it that like button. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little demonstration of why learning the basics and learning the fundamentals with the offsets, how to do offsets, can become very handy in your work. So that's it for today. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, remember, give it a good thumbs up. And like I always say, God bless you, and we will catch you on the next one.